Morning, as sunlight gently filtered through the window, a peaceful home was filled with quiet excitement. The family had welcomed a new member, a tiny, fluffy kitten named Tom. With his soft paws and curious eyes, Tom timidly explored this unfamiliar world, trying to adjust to his new surroundings. The first to meet him was the family's loyal and loving dog, Alex. Alex slowly approached and sniffed Tom carefully. Who was this little creature? Why was he here? Curious and gentle, Alex tried to get to know him. Tom was a bit hesitant at first, but Alex's calm and kind manner made him feel safe. The family did their best to help the two new friends bond. They encouraged shared playtime, gave them food side by side, and showed love to both. At first, Alex was cautious, but deep inside, he started to feel a strong affection for Tom. He began to stay close, never leaving Tom's side. When Tom slept, Alex would curl up next to him. When he woke up, Alex would check on him first. Tom started to feel the same. He would play with Alex's tail, follow him around, and climb over him with playful energy. Alex always stayed patient and gentle. Their bond grew stronger day by day. They began sleeping together every night, wrapped up in each other's warmth. The sight melted the hearts of everyone in the house. As time passed, Tom grew. No longer a fragile kitten, he could now run and jump, chasing after Alex wherever he went. They explored every corner of the house and garden together. They played under the sun, rolled in the grass, and filled the air with joyful sounds, Tom's cheerful meows mixing with Alex's happy barks. Tom, once protected by Alex, now started to show his love in return. He would rub against Alex's legs, gently purring beside him, and snuggle close before bedtime. Alex, as always, welcomed him with love and care. Their connection wasn't just friendship anymore. It had become a bond like that between siblings. Time passed quickly. Tom was no longer a kitten, and Alex had grown older too. But their energy and love for each other remained. They had grown up together, learned together, loved together. They weren't just a dog and a cat anymore. They were companions, inseparable, devoted, and true. One morning, as sunlight once again streamed through the window, Alex and Tom lay side by side, peacefully sleeping. The house was quiet, filled with warmth. But this time, the silence spoke of deep friendship, a moment shared, a hearts that had found home in one another. Alex and Tom's story became more than just a tale. It was proof that true friendship knows no boundaries. They weren't just pets. They were a family tied by love. And in this story, the most beautiful thing was simply the time they spent together. Alex and Tom came from two very different worlds. Alex was the family's loyal and loving dog, while Tom was the tiny new kitten recently welcomed into the home. At first, they were strangers, curious, cautious, and unsure of each other. But what began as a simple introduction slowly blossomed into something truly special, a deep and lasting bond. Alex was gentle and patient, watching Tom with curiosity and care. Tom, shy at first, soon began to feel safe with Alex by his side. Before long, they were inseparable, sleeping side by side, playing together, and exploring every corner of their world as a team. As Tom grew, so did their friendship. No longer the fragile kitten he once was, Tom started to return the affection Alex had shown him. He followed Alex around, nuzzled him lovingly, and always wanted to be close. Their connection went beyond mere companionship. It became a brotherhood built on trust and love. Time passed, and both of them matured, but their bond never faded. Alex and Tom's story is not just about a dog and a cat becoming friends. It's a heartwarming reminder that true friendship knows no boundaries. Love, loyalty, and care can create family where no one expected it. This emotional journey shows how kindness and patience can turn differences into deep connection. The story of Alex and Tom leaves a message for all of us. When we open our hearts, beautiful things can happen. Mariana had always loved animals, especially dogs. Since childhood, the bond she had built with them brought joy and meaning to her life. And now she was entering a whole new chapter. Mariana was pregnant. The tiny miracle growing inside her would be named Chris. Pregnancy is a different journey for every woman, but for Mariana, it was a little challenging. Morning sickness, back pain, sleepless nights. But what kept her going wasn't just the excitement of meeting her baby. She also had the unconditional support of her three loyal companions, Max, Bella, and Rocky. Max was a wise and calm golden retriever, Bella, a playful and energetic border collie, and Rocky, a small but fearless Jack Russell Terrier. These three brought light and laughter to Mariana's home. From the beginning of her pregnancy, they seemed to sense something had changed. They became more careful, more attentive. As Mariana's belly grew, the dog stayed close to her side. Max would often curl up beside her, resting his head gently on her belly, as if listening to the tiny heartbeat inside. Bella would play with the baby toys Mariana had started bringing into the house, carrying them around and drawing her attention. And Rocky, always the clown, tried his best to keep Mariana smiling with funny tricks and silly antics, almost as if he were saying, "It's okay. You've got this." Months passed. Mariana prepared the baby's room with her furry friends by her side. They, too, seemed to know something big was about to happen. Especially at night, Max would stay close, Bella would stay alert, and Rocky would patrol the house like a tiny, determined guard. Then the big day arrived. One night, the contractions began and Mariana and her husband rushed to the hospital. The dogs barked softly at the door as they left, as if to send them off with their love. The house felt quiet and still without her. The three dogs waited anxiously, jumping at every sound of a car, ears perking at every noise. 3 days later, Mariana returned, this time with baby Chris in her arms. When the door opened, Max cautiously approached first, sniffing the air. Then, recognizing Mariana's scent, he wagged his tail excitedly. Bella danced around her joyfully, and Rocky jumped up to get a look at the bundle in her arms. Mariana sat down and smiled. "Meet your new little brother, kids. This is Chris." One by one, the dogs approached. Max leaned in gently to sniff the baby and slowly placed a paw forward, almost saying, "Welcome." Bella lay down close, lowering her head to make eye contact with the newborn. Rocky barked once, curiously, then sat beside Mariana with a puzzled but accepting look. In that moment, Mariana knew they had accepted him. As the days passed, Chris began to grow, and the dogs became his closest friends. Each morning, Max would be the first to greet him at his crib. Bella quickly got used to walking alongside the stroller. And Rocky, true to form, would bring toys to Chris, trying to engage him in play even before he could crawl. When Chris began walking, Max became his gentle supporter, always nearby in case he wobbled. Bella fetched balls Chris would throw, playing tirelessly with him. Rocky, the tiniest of the bunch, continued to be the family's entertainer, drawing laughter from Chris with every goofy move. As Chris started talking, some of his first words were Max, Bea, his baby version of Bella, and Rocky. Walks as a family, long afternoons in the park, hide and seek in the living room. This little squad became inseparable. Sometimes, Mariana would watch from the corner of the room, her heart full. "I'm so lucky to have you," she'd whisper to the dogs, and they, as if understanding, would come and lay their heads on her lap. Chris was getting older now, but the love, the loyalty, the joy, it was all still there. Max, Bella, and Rocky weren't just Mariana's companions anymore. They were Chris's heroes too. And so the story continued, a journey of love and friendship between three loyal dogs and one little boy. Because some bonds begin before words and last a lifetime.